All right, welcome into PrizePicks on 5 here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. We tell you all the time, use the code 5 on PrizePicks to get the best bonus. But actually, the best way to do it is go to the description here, click on the link. That's going to take you right to it. And once you play the $5, you get $50 in lineups. It's legal in the state of Florida and many other states. All right, the Dolphins try to get their second win of the season. Again, use the code 5, F-I-V-E. I'm going to keep hammering that. Trying to get their second win of the season today against the Panthers. No Tyreek Hill. There's certainty about that, so don't have to consider his numbers anymore. Obviously, this will affect other players on the team. The Panthers, not one of the better teams in the league. This was a pocket of the schedule. We thought that the Dolphins could get kind of back on track here a little bit, but they're going to need, obviously, to spread things around. What do you see on the Dolphins side today?
Yeah, so on the Dolphins side, I am going to go with Devon Achane, more than 106 rushing and receiving yards combined. No Tyreek Hill. I think he's going to be even more involved in the passing game. And this is a Carolina Panthers defense that is one of the worst in the league when it comes to stopping the run. And they seemed like last week they were more committed to it. So I think he's going to get enough touches to go over that number.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think, again, they're going to lean heavily into him. The other guy I think they're going to lean heavily into, and I don't think it was a fluke last week now that he's healthy, is Darren Waller. I like a lot of the Waller plays today. Particularly, I just find the easiest way to play this sometimes is the fantasy score. So I'm going to go with that one. You can play the fantasy score there. You can see it. It's at 7.5. Again, how they compute this, I never understand. But it's just kind of a catch-all. So I'm going to go more on his fantasy score today. I also looked at the Waddle plays. How do you feel about that? Because I know everybody's just expecting him to take up the load, but I actually think they're going to play a little differently.
Yeah, the thing is not only is he going to get more attention from the Dolphins offensively, but this is also a tough matchup. He's going to be drawing J.C. Horn for most of the game, and I don't know how much I love that for him, but I like the Dolphins secondary guys.
Okay, so that's so let's look at some of the secondary guys. I mentioned Waller. Who else would you jump in on?
Currently, I would also jump in on Ollie Gordon's rushing yards today. No, he didn't get to that number. I think it's 22.5 right now. Didn't get to it last week, but again, I think this is a game where they're going to be able to run the football pretty easily on the Panthers, and I think you can't give Achane 18 to 20 carries every game like he did last week. So he's just going to have to be more involved.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we always say that, but I thought I thought that Mike did a better job of at least staying with some run last week. Yeah. Achane had 18 carries, as you mentioned. Again, I don't know necessarily that he'll get over that again. I think they spread it around. I think these are the types of games where if you can get through it and get a pretty decent win, then you can save guys for other times. All right, I'm looking at Bryce Young today, and I'm playing some unders. I know that the Dolphins secondary is not great. I don't trust the Dolphins in terms of completions, but I also don't trust Bryce Young. I kind of feel like here it's a little hot today too. So I think there could be a little bit of wear here. As the game goes on. I don't know. I feel like the Dolphins. Well, I shouldn't say I don't trust the Dolphins corners. The Dolphins corners have actually been better than their front seven in a lot of these games this year. So I don't think Carolina really has enough weapons to exploit. So I'm going to say 212.5. I'm going to play that one under.
Yeah, and I agree overall on Bryce Young, but we mentioned Carolina's weapons. I'm going to play their one weapon that they do have over, and that's Ted McMillan on receiving yards. I think he's probably going to get a majority of the work from Bryce Young today. He's got 37 targets through 4 games. He's pretty much their entire receiving core at this point. So I think he goes over that number just off of volume alone this week versus the Dolphins.
Yeah, that one looks interesting. I'll also say, and I don't always jump out of kickers, but I kind of like the conditions today kind of lend themselves to it a little bit. So I was trying to find, where is the Carolina kicker here? Oh, I see. Sam Martin, the punter. Here we go. Ryan Fitzgerald. Here, 1.5 field goals made. It's actually a goblin because they're viewing it. I mean, a team that struggles to kind of convert in the red zone. I might look at his fantasy score.
Yep.
At 8.5 today. Dowdell today is at 78.5 rushing and receiving yards. He's been under that. He's been under that the last 4, right? So is this just a what is?
Well, it's because Hubbard is out.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I apologize. So that's because Hubbard is out there, expecting a little bit more from Dowdell. The Jets did run the ball all over them last week. They just got a little bit lucky with the turnover. So maybe I will stay away from that one. And you mentioned J.C. Horn, 3.5 tackles and assists today. I could see that being an over, particularly if this is a short passing game and some stuff that he can get to. Anything else on this game that you see?
So anything else on this game, I would look at thank you for giving me the ideas on tackles and assists. Tyrell Dodson and Jordan Brooks are your NFL leading tacklers this season. I would continue to play them over whatever those numbers come in at, probably somewhere around 8.5. I think I saw.
Mm-hmm. I can see that one too. Another of my favorite plays today, James Cook. Tonight, the Buffalo New England game, 74.5 rushing yards. They have been leaning into him heavy. The Patriots have given up some rushing yards this year. I feel like that's a play that could pay off today. And then I was looking additionally on a couple of the popular ones. Egbuka, half a receiving or rushing touchdown. He's had a touchdown in 3 of the 4 games. I would look at that one as well. And as well as Quinton Judkins. Actually, we're already past that, right? Because they've already started that. So that was one I did not jump in on in time. And one other here, Daniel Jones today, going against the Raiders. I would play him over. I'd play him on his overs today.
Yeah, I could see that. As far as league wide, I like RJ Harvey over 10.5 receiving yards. He's gone over that number in the last 3 weeks. Playing an Eagles defense that is got a really good pass rush, so Bo Nix is going to want to get the ball out of his hands quickly. And then the other play that I like league wide is going to be Mason Taylor over 33.5 receiving yards against a really bad Dallas Cowboys defense. Kind of had a little bit of a coming out party on Monday night versus the Dolphins. I think that continues for him. Yeah,
I like that one as well. All right, here's what we tell you to play. Use that code. It's 5, F-I-V-E. If you go there and there's a code already there, delete it, enter ours. It's the best one, and it helps us continue to provide content. So that's what we tell you. Or just go to the link in the description. Just curious, you have a Dolphins Panthers prediction today?
I took Dolphins 27-20 in this one.
Yeah, I actually think this is going to be a little more comfortable than people think. I think this is going to be one of these fool us games that it looks like they got things together. And I do think there is something to the fact that when Tua's numbers without Tyreek have been better at times than they with Tyreek. And I just think that a little bit more spreading the ball around and him not feeling forced to go there might help. But we'll see. Obviously, that's at the stadium at 1 o'clock. We'll have more shows throughout the day and throughout the week, obviously into the Monday night game. Everybody, good luck.